Guys, here at the Las Vegas 2025 YCS 3v3 here with Mr. Shibo. What did you do and what deck were you playing?
We got 45th place. We made day 2, baby.
Yeah!
Our team, Brick, made day 2. We got 45th place, and I was playing Fiendsmith Lab. Player C.
Hell yeah! All right, man. Show me what you got.
All right. So the lab cards, furnitures. With the addition of Fiendsmith cards, you kind of have to cut back on these furnitures a bit. Stovey gives you body on board on top of the setting welcome card effect. So you play this over Chandelier, but you still have to play Chandelier because it's a name, and it does give you advantage as you're looping it. This is a brick. I'm thinking about cutting it, but the combo you can do on turn 0 with this and a furniture makes it worth it. Like if my opponent just normal summons a Dormouse, and I know he doesn't have any extenders, I can just do this turn 0, and if they don't ash me, I can break their Dormouse and end their turn. So yeah, that's the furnitures. And then the one of big ladies. You know, I drew into her twice. A lot of times you can just pitch her off furniture, but then you risk having them being able to Bistio it out of your graveyard. This card is more of an extender than anything. If you just have nothing else, you can normal summon Ariana, search this, slap it on the field, and then go into your Fiendsmith lines.
Nice.
And then the one of Arian. It came out a couple times today. This is one of the cards I definitely side out in game 2 if I know I'm going second. There's some interesting plays you can do with her, and she does tutor out Lacrima without having to go into any of the extra deck bridges.
Nice.
Plus, both of her effects are now once per turn. I mean, both of her effects can be activated on the same turn. And then 3 Ariana. Straddles of the deck, you can't play any less. Don't side this out. Don't side out 1 or 2 copies going second. You need this. Like your deck needs to be consistent. And then the blowout card, Arias. A lot of people aren't aware of a lot of my opponents yesterday and today weren't aware of the graveyard effect where I can, if they try to ash my big welcome or regular welcome, I can change to this and put a second body on board with Ariana. That lets me go into my Fiendsmith lines.
Nice.
But yeah, she lets you play on your opponent's turn. You can. I'm running a lot of blowout traps. That if I open this and one of the blowout traps, I can just end my opponent's turn 0. She's really high impact, but the thing is you have to draw into her. And then the labyrinth traps, 2 regular welcomes, 3 big welcomes. If I wasn't playing Trap Trick, I can probably cut this down to 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of good for consistency. And big welcome, you know, just god card for this deck.
Yeah, it's always a 3 of.
This card was made when like Konami still weren't like over-tuning their cards as much, because if you can activate the first and the second effect of it on the same turn, it would be crazy. And that's it for the Labyrinth stuff. Then the Fiendsmith line, 1 Lurie, 1 Lacrima, 2 Engravers, 1 Tract, and 1 Paradise. There is a thing as breaking into too many Engravers. If you open 3 Engravers, or even 2 Engravers, it's not good. One of them is a brick. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind not running 3. Plus, throughout playing this, I felt like the engraver lines are pretty fragile to interruptions. Like most of the time, I don't even expect to be able to get out a Desiree or Caesar. Most of the time, I'm just lucky if I end up with this and Requiem in the graveyard, so I can do the Paradise play.
Right.
It's mostly there to suck out the hand traps, so they don't actually or like if the Labyrinth stuff draws out all the hand traps, this like sets up some kind of board. The 1 Shavara, I don't play Escape or the Chamber. Just a good card to have to help you make Caesar. 1 called by for Shifter. Then the hand traps, Nib, blowout card against Rizio if I have 1 other hand trap to keep him off of cross. 3 Ash. Most of the time I would just ashing Flawless on my own turn. Imperm, this card is really good. Goes hard against Blue Eyes. Always Ash the Link 1. Always Imperm the Link 1. Keep them off of their field spell. Now the blowout traps. 3 trap trick. This not only lets you get into your blowout traps, it also lets you get into your engine. It's a great card to set off of Arias. 2 Torrential. I Torrential tributed this Rizio guy's entire board, and he was so pissed. He was not seeing this card because I already Daruma cannoned him, and his detonator was face down, and then he just kept going, and I just Torrentialed his whole board. He lost his Caesar, he lost his detonator, he lost everything. And then the 3 Darumas. That's it for the main deck. 43 cards.
Sounds good.
Now the extra deck. A lot of it is just Fiendsmith stuff. Moon to go into Requiem. 2 Requiems because they always get 1 out of your graveyard. 1 Sequence. 1 Agnum Day. There was a game where I should have made Agnum Day and I didn't, and that costed me the game. But my teammates won it for me, so it doesn't matter. 1 Desiree. I very rarely get to make her. Most of the time I'm just using the graveyard effect to send 1. 1 Necroquip. This is really good because it's almost a guaranteed draw if I have a furniture piece. Sometimes I'll wait until I summon this before I pitch an Arias or a furniture, just so I don't go neg. 1 Aerial Eater. That's the thing about this is the other cool thing about Labyrinth and Fiendsmith is most games I find myself making this with Sequence rather than making Desiree, just because this does let you bridge into the Labyrinth line through Muckraker.
Nice.
Yeah. And then just, Caesar.
Okay.
Chaos Angel.
Yep.
God tier cards. And, okay, so there's still a couple more cards in the extra deck.
Okay.
Typhon. You gotta have it, because if you don't, and the 1 out of 10 games where you need it, you're gonna wish you had it. SP. You're supposed to make it off of this, but most of the time I just have to link 2 monsters off into this just so I have some kind of interaction. And Yama. Now side deck. 3 Bystios for Blue Eyes. This for Rizio. This for Malice. This for Malice, Blue Eyes. And 3 Solemn Strike. I was trying to debate whether I should run this or Simul Archfiend, and I bet wrong. These should have been Simul Archfiend. Because the Malice matchup is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, that's it.
Sweet, man. Anything about your deck that you might change, or was it pretty good? And what do you think you're going to be playing in the next format?
I think the deck is pretty good. If there's anything I would change is I'd probably make deck Follows if I had them, but I'm not about to drop like $200 on 3 pieces of cards. Yeah, because Flawless does give you like all the advantage that you need to be able to like see all the hand traps, see all the blowout cards. But it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.